My name is Allyson Carpenter, and I am 24 years old, and I am a proud new homeowner in Congress Heights. I also work at the DC Council as a housing policy analyst. I've lived in DC for 7 years, and I've lived in Congress Heights for the last 2 years, and I knew that this was the community that I wanted to be a part of for as long as I possibly could. So buying a home just made sense. I was supported by my mom and my sister, who really pushed me to do it, and I'm really happy I'm now a homeowner. I'm here to stay. I decided to become a homeowner because I've dealt with housing insecurity for a long time. Growing up, I probably moved 17 times before I turned 18 years old, before I went to college. And so I never really had stable housing and always was on the wrong side of an eviction notice. And so I knew that I was going to work really hard out of college to just find home and kind of ground myself. And so buying a home was just, it made a lot of sense. When I decided I was going to buy a home, I knew that a lot had to change about my lifestyle, and I was paying for subscriptions I didn't know I was paying for, and I was treating my credit cards like an extension of my paycheck. And so I realized that I had to make a lot of serious, mature decisions with my money and be more intentional about how I spent my money. I'm so grateful for the incredible programs that the city has available to homeowners, but they're not the easiest to navigate. And so I'm so grateful that MANNA stepped in to really help me see the big picture, from getting my credit together and getting my spending under control. Those were things that MANNA was just absolutely amazing in helping me and supporting me. It was a huge relief becoming a homeowner, because now this is mine, and I can change the fence outside if I want to, or I can paint the wall without getting permission. So I feel really empowered now being a homeowner, and I can make decisions about what I want to do with my space. Can't go around my neighborhood or the city without hearing about the great work that MANNA's done, whether it be through a groundbreaking or a ribbon cutting of one of their projects. So I've just seen their work all over the city and figured, let me see if they could help me with my big goal of wanting to buy a home. Getting the key to my new home was an unreal experience. I think I just cried. I was just so emotional, just because of what it represents in my journey of my housing journey, and just not really having a place to call home for a long period of time, and just knowing that when I move in, I'm gonna be here for a long time. And so I was really relieved and also just so grateful, because I know it wouldn't have been possible without MANNA and without the great programs that DC has available for people like me. I absolutely love my new house. I mean, it's perfect. It's not just the great home for right now, but it's the home that I can really see myself building a family in and growing in. It's a home that makes sense for the future. And I love this neighborhood. I've lived in Congress Heights before, but before I lived on a different part of the neighborhood. Now I live, a few minutes away from the new arena, the entertainment sports arena, where my favorite team, the champs, the Washington Mystics, play. And so I am just thrilled to be here. I look forward to, once all the craziness dies down, just walk into a WNBA game. So yeah, I love my home, I love my neighborhood, and I just couldn't be any happier. To anyone who wants to become a first-time home buyer, I'd say call Laura, call the team at MANNA, sit down with them and figure out what your plan is. I've tried to buy a home before. This wasn't my first time. I tried to buy last year and the year before that, but I needed a team. I needed a support group, and I found that at MANNA. So I'd say start there, but also just think about how it plays into your larger financial goals and whether it makes sense for you. But yeah, talk to MANNA. They'll help you figure out everything.